going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Oh yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Oh yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Oh yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Oh yeah. History, history. Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Oh yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Oh yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Oh yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Oh yeah. History, history. Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. do you know it all? Yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know history, yeah. Do you know it, do you know it all? Yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Oh yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Oh yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Oh yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Oh yeah. History. Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know history, yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know history, yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Oh yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know history, yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know history?
Hey, we are back. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome to the show. You are now tuned into
Our Hidden History Radio Show.
We're back. Yeah, continuing. I'm freaking tired, man. I just came back from D.C. As y'all know from last night. Well, praise the Lord. That was a good class. Our class came through. Did a little bit of a tag team thing going on last night. So, I mean, it's not really far from me. I'm just tired. I didn't get much sleep. Freaking Esau would have changed times and laws, man, and pushed an hour ahead.
Yeah, that was gonna cause a lot of accident too.
Yeah, man. People tired, man.
Dude, I think we lose sleep.
We lost an hour.
We lost an hour.
We lost a whole hour, man. That's an hour matters.
Wow.
So, basically, at this point, I told you I was going to delve into Demetrius' son. Remember the battle between Demetrius and Alexander Belus. And then Demetrius, of course, he was killed by Alexander Belus. And I believe the Hasmonean family joined up with Alexander Belus instead. So now his son, Demetrius II Nicator, he comes out of nowhere. He comes from the island of Crete. So I want you to get go to Wikipedia, type in Demetrius II Nicator real quick. I'm sorry I should say it to y'all, but it's all right. Okay, brothers is pal. All right. Yeah, Nicator the second. It's to be Demetrius the second Nicator. All right, it's a lucid. All right, we're gonna go to his early life.
All right.
This is it. Demetrius the second Nicator.
Go up. Nicanor, Seleucid.
Nope, I said Demetrius the second Nicator. Brothers put Nicanor. I said
Right there. Click on that one. Demetrius
yeah, that's
II,
it. Right there. That's it. Yep, that's the one. There we go. Let's go to read that, and we're gonna read it's early life.
Yes, sir. Go back up top.
Go to the top first.
Right there. All right. Demetrius II Nicator. Demetrius II, called Nicator, was one of the sons of Demetrius I Soter.
That's the one that fought with Alexander Belus. Go ahead.
His mother may have.
You gonna blow it up? I can blow it up some.
His
mother may have been.
His mother may have been Loides V, as was the case with his brother Antiochus VII, Sedades. Demetrius ruled the Seleucid Empire for 2 periods, separated by a number of years of, captivity in Hyrcania and Parthia. First from September 145 BC to August 138 BC, and again from 129 BC until his death in 125 BC. His brother Antiochus VII ruled the Seleucid Empire in the interim between his 2 reigns.
Let's go down to early life. Early life.
Early life. You don't have to blow it. Just leave it. When he was a young boy, Demetrius' father, Demetrius I, fought Alexander Belus for control of the Seleucid throne. Somewhat surprisingly, Belus won, and Demetrius' father, mother, and older brother were all killed.
Yep. Damn. Go ahead.
The younger Demetrius II fled to Crete.
Island of Crete. Go ahead.
Where he was raised by his guardians.
All right. Let's go down to the first reign.
First reign, 147 to 139 BC.
Now, we read all of this last week in the war they had. They fought against. This is recorded in Maccabees regarding this battle. Go ahead.
Victory over Alexander Belus. About 147 BC, he returned to Syria with a force of Cretan mercenaries led by a man called Lasthenes, while Alexander Belus was occupied with a revolt in Cilicia. In 145 BC, Ptolemy VI,
Philometor, about him, he's in the Apocrypha. Go ahead.
King of Egypt, ostensibly in support of Alexander Belus, but he switched his support to Demetrius, perhaps after receiving an offer to formalize the Ptolemaic occupation of Syria. Ptolemy sealed the alliance by divorcing his daughter Cleopatra Thea from Alexander and remarrying her to Demetrius. Shortly after, Antioch surrendered to the Egyptian forces and offered the kingship to Ptolemy VI. However, he insisted Demetrius would become king, believing that Rome would not tolerate the unification of Egypt and Syria. Ptolemy pledged to serve as a tutor in goodness and a guide to Demetrius II.
Go ahead.
He probably intended for Demetrius to serve as a puppet ruler. Alexander returned from Cilicia with his army, but Ptolemy VI and Demetrius II defeated his forces at Battle of the Oinoparos River. Alexander then fled to Arabia, where he was killed.
So Alexander Belus fled to Arabia, where he was killed. Go ahead.
Ptolemy was wounded in the battle and died 3 days later, with both his rivals and his self-appointed guardian gone. Demetrius took the opportunity to assert his control over his kingdom. By late 145, Demetrius II had expelled all Ptolemaic troops from Syria and reasserted Seleucid control by leading his own forces all the way down to the Egyptian border.
Go down to Antiochene riots.
I think that's go back up top. Yeah, right here. Antiochene riots. However, new trouble soon arose once he had expelled the Egyptian forces. He demobilized a large portion of his army. It appears that his financial situation led him to cut the soldiers' wages and debase the coinage. Demetrius
money lost value.
Demetrius had also punished the city of Antioch severely for having supported Alexander against his father, and for speaking to him disrespectfully. He disarmed the citizens and the Cretians' mercenaries under Lasthenes, slaughtered those who resisted, including women and children. This led the Antiochenes to rise up and besiege Demetrius in his palace. Jewish troops.
Jewish. That's the part I wanted. Jewish troops. Go ahead.
Violently restored Demetrius' control, burning down a large portion of the city in the process. This left the city even more hostile to him.
So he had a lot of Israelites in his military. Jewish troops. We had Israelites in his military. I'm showing you that our forefathers were tended to be in the military. We're not for a reason, because when it gets down to Rome, you had Israelites in the Roman military also. Okay. Now, and what did it end at? Hostile to him. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to where did I stop at last?
We finished chapter 10 of 1 Maccabees.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, give me 1 Maccabees 11:1.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 11 and verse 1. And the king of Egypt gathered together a great host, like the sand that lieth upon the seashore, and many ships, and went about through the sea to get Alexander's kingdom, and join it to his own. Whereupon he took his journey into Syria in peaceable manner, so as they of the cities opened unto him, and met him, for King Alexander had commanded them so to do, because he was his father-in-law. Now as Ptolemy entered into the cities, he set in every one of them a garrison of soldiers to keep it. And when he came near to Azotus, they shewed him the temple of Dagon that was burnt, and Azotus and the suburbs thereof that were destroyed, and the bodies that were cast abroad, and them that he had burnt in the battle. For they had made heaps of them by the way where he should pass. Also they told the king whatsoever Jonathan had done, to the intent he might blame him. But the king held his peace. Then Jonathan met the king with great pomp at Joppa, where they saluted one another and lodged. Afterward, Jonathan, when he had gone with the king to the river called Eleutherus, returned again to Jerusalem. King Ptolemy, therefore, having gotten the dominion of the cities by the sea unto Seleucia, upon the seacoast, imagined wicked counsels against Alexander.
King Ptolemy, this is Philometor. Go ahead.
Whereupon he sent ambassadors unto King Demetrius, saying, Come, let us make a league betwixt us.
Wow. So remember, Alexander Belus was married to the daughter of Ptolemy VI, Philometor. Her name was Cleopatra Thea. I went over this last week. Go ahead. So now Ptolemy's switching up now. He's switching sides. Go ahead.
Come, let us make a league betwixt us, and I will give thee my daughter, whom Alexander hath.
I'm going to give my daughter over to you. Take her from him, give her to you. Go ahead.
And thou shalt reign in thy father's kingdom. For I repent that I gave my daughter unto him, for he sought to slay me.
Damn. Go ahead.
Thus did he slander him, because he was desirous of his kingdom.
Wow. So he was lying at him, saying, he tried to get me killed, so I'm going to give my daughter. He was trying to get his kingdom. He was trying to get Demetrius' kingdom. Go ahead.
Wherefore he took his daughter from him and gave her to Demetrius, and forsook Alexander, so that their hatred was openly known.
Damn. Go ahead.
Then Ptolemy entered into Antioch, where he set 2 crowns upon his head, the crown of Asia and of Egypt.
So he wanted both realms. That's why he gave his daughter over to him to solidify him having power over Asia, which is Demetrius' land, and his own Egypt. Go ahead.
In the mean season was King Alexander in Cilicia.
Now it's cold. Go ahead.
Because those that dwelt in those parts had revolted from him. But when Alexander heard of this, he came to war against him, whereupon King Ptolemy brought forth his host and met him with a mighty power and put him to flight. So Alexander fled into Arabia.
Read this earlier. He fled into Arabia. Go ahead.
There to be defended. But King Ptolemy was exalted. For Zabdiel, the Arabian,
So that's a guy's name now. Zabdiel the Arabian. Go ahead.
took off Alexander's head
He got killed. Go ahead. In Arabia. Go ahead. Got his head cut off. Go ahead.
and sent it unto Ptolemy.
Because he was loyal to Ptolemy. Go ahead.
King Ptolemy also died the third day after,
Because he was wounded from the battle. Go ahead.
and they that were in the strongholds were slain one of another.
Damn.
By this means, Demetrius reigned in the 167th year. At the same time, Jonathan gathered together them that were in Judea to take the tower that was in Jerusalem, and he had made many engines of war against it. Then certain ungodly persons who hated their own people
Wicked Negroes. Go ahead.
went unto the king and told him that Jonathan besieged the tower, whereof, when he heard, he was angry, and immediately removing, he came to Ptolemaeus and wrote unto Jonathan that he should not lay siege to the tower, but come and speak with him at Ptolemaeus in great haste. Nevertheless, Jonathan, when he heard this, commanded to besiege it still.
Get out of here. I'm ignoring you, man. Go ahead.
And he chose certain of the elders of Israel and the priests and put himself in peril.
Something in danger. Go ahead.
And took silver and gold and raiment and diverse presents besides, and went to Ptolemaeus unto the king, where he found favor in his sight. And through certain ungodly and those certain ungodly men of the people had made complaints against him.
Us, our own people. Go ahead.
Yet the king entreated him as his predecessors had done before, and promoted him in the sight of all his friends, and confirmed him in the high priesthood, and in all the honors that he had before, and gave him preeminence among his chief friends. Then Jonathan desired the king that he would make Jerusalem free from tribute.
Judea.
And would make Judea free from tribute, as also the three governments.
So Jonathan said, listen, remember the last king, Demetrius, what's name was Demetrius? The first? Demetrius the first had offered him the three governments. He was like, nah, you wicked as hell. I don't trust you. So now he said, okay, well, I'm gonna ask his son now. Let me get the three governments that your father promised me. Let me get those three governments. Go ahead, those three lands. Go ahead.
With the country of Samaria.
Along of Samaria. Go ahead. Of Samaria. Go ahead.
And he promised him 300 talents. So the king consented and wrote letters unto Jonathan of all these things after this manner. King Demetrius, unto his brother Jonathan, and unto the nation of the Jews, sendeth greeting. We send you here a copy of the letter which we did write unto our cousin
Lasthenes.
Lasthenes.
But that name in the Wikipedia under the Antiochus riots. Go ahead.
Right.
Concerning you, that ye might see it. King Demetrius, unto his father Lasthenes, sendeth greeting. We are determined to do good to the people of the Jews, who are our friends, and keep covenants with us, because of their good will toward us. Wherefore, we have ratified unto them the borders of Judea, with the three governments of Apharima and Lydda and Ramathaim, that are added unto Judea from the country of Samaria, and all things appertaining unto them.
So these parts of Samaria were given to the Hasmonean family to rule over it. So parts of Northern Kingdom's land was given over to the Hasmonean family. Go ahead.
For all such as do sacrifice in Jerusalem, instead of the payments which the king received of them yearly aforetime out of the fruits of the earth and of trees.
You read it on top again?
Yes,
It's heavy.
sir.
Read again.
Wherefore, we have ratified unto them the borders of Judea, with the three governments of Apharima and Lydda and Ramathaim, that are added unto Judea from the country of Samaria.
So the country of Samaria. So Northern Kingdom's land was added to Judea, to be reigned over by the Hasmoneans. Go ahead.
And all things appertaining unto them, for all such as do sacrifice in Jerusalem.
Stop. Letting you know that what? Some of Northern Kingdom returned to those lands, and they were doing sacrifice in Jerusalem because the temple was still there. Okay, go ahead.
Instead of the payments which the king received of them yearly aforetime out of the fruits of the earth and of trees. And as for other things that belong unto us, of the tithes and customs pertaining unto us, as also the salt pits and the crown taxes, which are due unto us. We discharge them of them all for their relief. And nothing hereof shall be revoked from this time forth forever. Now, therefore, see that thou make a copy of these things, and let it be delivered unto Jonathan, and set upon the holy mount in a conspicuous place.
Conspicuous place. Go ahead.
After this, when King Demetrius saw that the land was quiet before him, and that no resistance was made against him, he sent away all his forces, everyone to his own place, except certain bands of strangers, whom he had gathered from the isles of the heathen. Wherefore all the forces of his fathers hated him.
Damn, they were mad. Go ahead.
Moreover, there was one Tryphon.
There was one Tryphon. Go ahead.
That had been of Alexander's part afore.
He was one of his officials. Tryphon was one of Demetrius' officials. Go ahead.
Who, seeing that all the hosts murmured against Demetrius,
They all got sent home. They had no work. They said, you guys, listen, I had peace here. I have no need for you guys. Go home. So they mad now. They got no work. So Tryphon saw that his military was beefing against him, murmuring against him. Go ahead.
went to Simalcu, the Arabian, that brought up Antiochus, the young son of Alexander, and lay sore upon him to deliver him
Simalcu, the Arabian that brought up Antiochus, the young son of Alexander Balis. So this guy Tryphon went and basically found Alexander Balis' son, Antiochus, and who was under the care of this Arab guy named Simalcu. Okay, go ahead.
And lay sore upon him to deliver him this young Antiochus, that he might reign in his father's stead.
Oh, so he's trying to replace Demetrius with Alexander Balis' son. Go ahead.
He told him, therefore, all that Demetrius had done, and how his men of war were at enmity with him. And there he remained a long season. In the meantime, Jonathan sent unto King Demetrius that he would cast those of the tower out of Jerusalem, and those also in the fortresses, for they fought against Israel.
Right, so go ahead.
So Demetrius sent unto Jonathan, saying, I will not only do this for thee and thy people, but I will greatly honor thee and thy nation, if opportunity serve.
I'll help you now. Go ahead.
Now therefore thou shalt do well if thou send me men to help me, for all my forces are gone from me.
Because he got rid of them. So he said, listen, it'd be good if you could send some of your men, meaning Israelites, to be my soldiers. I'll send soldiers to you, you send some of your men to me. Go ahead.
Upon this, Jonathan sent him 3,000 strong men unto Antioch.
So he sent him 3,000 of us to be his army. Go ahead.
And when they came to the king was very glad of their coming.
Because, Jake is built. You know how we look. We strong as hell. He's like, these guys are strong. 3,000 Negroes? Oh, yeah. Do some damage. Go ahead.
Howbeit, they that were of the city gathered themselves together in the midst of the city to the number of 120,000 men.
Damn.
And would have slain the king.
Go ahead.
Wherefore the king fled into the court, but they of the city kept the passages of the city and began to fight.
Damn. We couldn't escape. Go ahead.
Then the king called to the Jews for help, who came unto him all at once, and dispersing themselves through the city, slew that day in the city to the number of 100,000.
Damn, so there was 120,000. We killed 100,000.
Damn.
With 20,000 left to spare. Go ahead.
Also they set fire on the city, and got many spoils that day, and delivered the king.
And we came and saved the king. Go ahead.
So when they...
Wait. So we saved the white man. We saved the white man because we knew it would benefit us to save this guy. We actually went out of our way to save this dude because he was doing good by us at this time. All right? And Jonathan and them were righteous men, Jonathan and them. Okay? So then we we enemies. In this instance of time, if it benefits us, we're going to help.
Right. Only if
it benefits us. That shows you scripturally that you can help a heathen if it benefits you. That's the mammon. That's that mammon that Christ talked about.
Right.
We can get that. We can get this. You know where I want to go? The mammon.
Matthew.
Give me that real quick. Christ said the exact same thing. Make yourselves a mammon of this world. That's what Jonathan was doing. That's where Christ got it from. Make yourselves the mammon. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. He was like, help, help me, because he couldn't escape. Jonathan said, I got you.
It's time.
It's time. Yep.
You got it?
1 second.
Mammons, look up Mammon of Unrighteousness. Mammon, that's all you got to look for.
Yes, sir. Luke 16, 19.
Here's in Luke, yes.
The book of Luke, chapter 16 and verse 9. And I say unto you, make to yourselves friends of the mammon of unrighteousness.
That's what Jonathan did. Demetrius was unrighteous. He said, make yourselves friends of the mammon, meaning wealthy, unrighteousness. The king he had money too. He had military. Read it again.
And I say unto you, make to yourselves friends of the mammon of unrighteousness, that when ye fail, they may receive you unto everlasting habitation.
Meaning if you fall on hard times, you need help, they will assist you. Do not, in other words, what Christ is saying is, don't burn bridges. Right. Don't be stupid. That's what he's saying. Go ahead.
He that is faithful, that was a deacon.
That's all I want. So that's what Jonathan did. Jonathan made themselves friends with the mammon of unrighteousness. Okay? Not saying go to his house for a cookout and hang out there and marry his daughter. That's what it means. It means just be social, be civil, have some type of cordial, show some decorum. Okay?
Be at peace with all men.
Be at peace with all men, exactly. Be at peace with all men. To sum it up. All right, let's go back.
Yes, sir.
Heavy stuff.
First Maccabees, chapter 11 and verse 48. Also they set fire on the city and got many spoils that day and delivered the king. So when they of the city saw that the Jews had got the city as they would, their courage was abated. Wherefore they made supplication to the king and cried, saying, grant us peace, and let the Jews cease from assaulting us and the city.
Tell the Jews to stop. Tell the Jews to stop killing us. Thank you. To stop killing us. Go ahead.
With that, they cast away their weapons and made peace.
Because Jonathan and them was killing people. Left and right. By the thousands. Go ahead.
And the Jews were honored in the sight of the king.
Damn. Go ahead.
And in the sight of all that were in his realm. And they returned to Jerusalem, having great spoils.
That's why in that book we read, a history book, it says that the Jews had no problem finding work in the militaries because of all the Hasmonean families, and they were known for being crazy fighters.
Right.
They all caught a name with Judas when there was started a fight with Judas before he died, right?
Yeah.
So the reputation, we already had built up a reputation for fighting, so they knew who to call.
But even more so with the Hasmonean family. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Verse 51. With that, they cast away their weapons and made peace, and the Jews were honored in the sight of the king and in the sight of all that were in his realm. And they returned to Jerusalem, having great spoils. So King Demetrius sat...
You came back rich. Go ahead. Richer. Go ahead.
So King Demetrius sat on the throne of his kingdom, and the land was quiet before him.
Once again, quiet. The Jews came and saved the day. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, he dissembled in all that ever he spake, and estranged himself.
Well, here we go. What verse is that?
Verse 53.
Here we go. Read again.
Nevertheless, he dissembled in all that ever he spake, and estranged himself from Jonathan.
Damn.
Neither rewarded he him according to the benefits which he had received of him, but troubled him very sore.
After we say this behind, he turns on us. See that?
Remember his nature.
Never his nature. Never trust thine enemy. Damn. You use them when it benefits. That's why I said help them when it benefits you.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because they are prone to be demonic. Go ahead.
Verse 54. After this returned Tryphon, and with him the young child Antiochus,
Alexander Bayless' son. Go ahead.
who reigned and was crowned. Then there gathered unto him all the men of war whom Demetrius had put away.
Had fired. Go ahead.
And they fought against Demetrius, who turned his back and fled.
Damn. Go ahead.
Moreover, Tryphon took the elephants and won Antioch. At that time, young Antiochus wrote unto Jonathan, saying, I confirm thee in the high priesthood, and appoint thee ruler over the 4 governments.
Over the 4 governments, if you include Judea, The other place, Ramathum, Pharma, and Lydda. That's the 4. Go ahead.
And to be one of the king's friends.
You could be my friend now, because Demetrius is gone. You be my friend now. I'm the king now. Go ahead.
Upon this he sent him gold vessels to be served in, and gave him leave to drink in gold, and to be clothed in purple, and to wear a golden buckle.
Golden belt. Go ahead.
His brother Simon also he made captain from the place called the Ladder of Tyrus unto the borders of Egypt.
Gave Simon some land. Go ahead.
Then Jonathan went forth and passed through the cities beyond the water, and all the forces of Syria gathered themselves unto him for to help him. And when he came to Ascalon, they of the city met him.
Ascalon is Escalon. Go ahead.
They of the city met him honorably, from whence he went to Gaza. But they of Gaza shut him out, wherefore he laid siege unto it,
Heathens don't learn. Go ahead.
and burned the suburbs thereof with fire, and spoiled them. Afterward, when they of Gaza made supplication unto Jonathan, he made peace with them, and took the sons of their chief men for hostages.
Oh, so see what Jonathan started doing? So what happened? What ended up happening was we took their sons for hostages and had them pay us tribute. We did to them what Rome did to Antiochus. Took people hostage and made them pay us tribute until their debt was paid, and gave them their kids back. Yeah, we were gangster too. Go ahead. Read that verse again.
Yes, sir. Afterward, when they of Gaza made supplication unto Jonathan, he made peace with them, and took the sons of their chief men for hostages, and sent them to Jerusalem, and passed through the country unto Damascus.
Into Syria. Go ahead.
Now when Jonathan heard that Demetrius's princes were come to Cades, which is in Galilee, with a great power, proposing to remove him out of the country, he went to meet them, and left Simon his brother in the country. Then Simon encamped against Bethsura, and fought against it a long season, and shut it up.
Because all the ungodly, wicked Negroes that hated God's commandments, they all stayed here. So he went there and cleaned it out. Go ahead.
But they desired to have peace with him, which he granted them, and then put them out from thence, and took the city and set a garrison in it.
Kicked all the wicked niggas out of there and cleaned it up. Go ahead.
As for Jonathan and his hosts, they pitched at the water of Genesar, from whence betimes in the morning they gat them to the plain of Nasor. And behold, the hosts of the strangers met them in the plain, who, having laid men in ambush for him in the mountains, came themselves over against him. So when they that lay in the ambush rose out of their places and joined battle, all that were of Jonathan's side fled.
Damn.
And so much as there was not one of them left, except Mattathias the son of Absalom, and Judas the son of Calphi, the captains of the host. Then Jonathan rent his clothes, and cast earth upon his head, and prayed. Afterward, turning again to the battle, he put them to flight, and so they ran away. Now when his own men that were fled saw this, they turned again unto him, and with him pursued them to Cades, even unto their own tents, and there they camped. So there were slain of the heathen that day about 3,000 men, but Jonathan returned to Jerusalem.
All right. So if you got any questions so far regarding the topic or we're going over, you can call us at 267-702-6121. That's 267-702-6121. All right. So real quick, we're in chapter 12 now. Chapter 12. All right. Let's continue on.
Yes, sir. First Maccabees, chapter 12 and verse 1. Now when Jonathan saw that the time served him, he chose certain men and sent them to Rome for to confirm and renew the friendship that they had with them.
You remember he made a friendship with Judas. Judas is dead now, so now he has to reconfirm that they're still cool, him and the Romans. Go ahead.
He sent letters also to the Lacedaemonians,
The Spartans. Go ahead.
and to other places for the same purpose.
To establish or reestablish the friendship. Go ahead.
So they went unto Rome and entered into the Senate and said, Jonathan, the high priest, and the people of the Jews sent unto you, to the end ye should renew the friendship which he had with them, and league as in former time. Upon this the Romans gave them letters unto the governors of every place, that they should bring them into the land of Judea peaceably. And this is the copy of the letters which Jonathan wrote to the Lacedaemonians. Jonathan, the high priest, and the elders of the nation, and the priests, and the other people of the Jews, unto the Lacedaemonians, their brethren.
Their brethren. Go ahead.
Send greetings.
Same people. Both of them are Israelites. Spartans and Israelites. Spartans and Jews. Israelites. Go ahead.
There were letters sent in the time past unto Onias the high priest from Darius, who reigned then among you.
So Darius was the Spartan ruler at the time when Onias was high priest. Go ahead.
To signify that ye are our brethren.
So Darius understood that he was an Israelite like Darius was, like Onias was. They understood that they had common ancestry. Go ahead.
As the copy here underwritten doth specify, at which time Onias entreated them.
So the Spartans had writings and documentation to prove and point out that they were of Israelite descent. Right. They had records showing, okay, we're Israelites. Remember, during this time, Israel had a heavy assimilation spirit. But even in the midst of them being Greeks or Spartans, they still knew who or where they came from, and maintained that family, maintained that common respect for their brothers, the Jews. Right. Okay, go ahead.
At which time Onias entreated the ambassador that was sent honorably, and received the letters, wherein declaration was made of the league and friendship. Therefore we also, albeit we need none of these things, for that we have the holy books of Scripture in our hands to comfort us, have nevertheless attempted to send unto you for the renewing of brotherhood and friendship, lest we should become strangers unto you altogether.
Forget about us. Go ahead.
For there is a long time past since ye sent unto us.
Since we spoke. Go ahead.
We therefore at all times without ceasing, both in our feasts and other convenient days, do remember you in the sacrifices which we offer.
Because they're our people. So we set up sacrifices for them.
Damn, we always had them in mind.
We always had them in mind because those were our brothers, the Spartans. Go ahead.
And in our prayers.
And in our prayer, we pray for you. We didn't pray for Rome.
Right.
We prayed for the Lacedaemonians because they were our people. Go ahead.
As reason is.
As reason is because we're brothers. That's why it says we knew the brotherhood. Go ahead.
As it becometh us to think
upon our brethren. We're family. Despite you guys being Greeks and Spartans and all that, you call yourselves Greeks and Spartans, we know that we're family. We pray for you. We think about you all the time. Because remember that split, the kingdom was split. But there was still love there amongst us. Right. It wasn't a full hatred among all the nation. You had some that still loved, they still loved each other. Right. Go ahead.
And we are right glad of your honor. As for ourselves, we have had great troubles and wars on every side. For so much as the kings that are round about us have fought against us. Howbeit, we will not be troublesome unto you, nor to others of our confederates and friends in these wars. For we have help from heaven that secureth us. So as we are delivered from our enemies, and our enemies are brought under our feet. Underfoot, sorry.
Uh-huh.
For this cause we chose
Numenius,
the son of Antiochus, and Antipater, the son of Jason, and sent them unto the Romans to renew the enmity that we had with them and the former league. We commanded them also to go unto you and to salute you and to deliver you our letters concerning the renewing of our brotherhood.
Go ahead.
Wherefore, now ye shall do well to give us an answer thereto. And this is the copy of the letters which Onias sent.
Onias. Go ahead.
Arius, king of the Lacedaemonians, to Onias the high priest, greeting. It is found in writing that the Lacedaemonians and Jews are brethren, and that they are of the stock of Abraham.
Can't make this up. Same people. Same exact people. Spartans and Jews, same people. Go ahead.
Now therefore, since this is come to our knowledge, ye shall do well to write unto us of your prosperity. We do write back again to you, that your cattle and goods are ours.
So Arius, this is a different king before, a different kind of king. He said, hold on. He said, now therefore, since this has come to our knowledge, Why? They had to go into the records and go, oh, man, okay, we family.
They did a diligent search.
They did the research. Oh, man, we Israelites, okay. Remember this time, the Spartans is Greeks. Sparta's a Greek state. So in their mind, they're Greeks, they're Spartans, Hasmoneans, that's their mind.
Right.
Then they go into the records, they're like, oh, wait a minute. Abraham? Oh, our father's Abraham, Isaac. Oh, okay. Oh, you are brothers. All right, cool. Got it. Go ahead.
We do write back again to you that your cattle and goods are ours, and ours are yours. We do command, therefore, our ambassadors to make report unto you on this wise.
Now, understand, the Spartans are warriors. So if the Jews are weak, punk, sissy boys, they wouldn't even respond to them a letter, even if they were family. Because the Spartans not only did the Spartans acknowledge the Hasmonean family as brothers based upon records, they acknowledged them as warriors too. Because they were fighting against kings and against unimaginable odds. Like the Spartans did in the movie 300. They fought against unimaginable odds, so the respect was there. Not only are you guys warriors and fighters like us, it's written in records that we're family. So that respect level was high. High level. All right? Read on.
Yes, sir. Verse 24. Now when Jonathan heard that Demetrius' princes were come to fight against him with a greater host than thereafore, he removed from Jerusalem and met them in the land of Amethyst, for he gave them no respite to enter his country. He sent spies also unto their tents, who came again, and told him that there were appointed to come upon them in the night season. Mm-hmm. Wherefore, so soon as the sun was down, Jonathan commanded his men to watch and to be in arms, that all the night long they might be ready to fight. Also, he sent forth sentinels round about.
He sent forth sentinels. I know that word's even in here. That word's in the Bible? Damn. He sent forth sentinels. Go ahead.
Round about the hosts. But when the adversaries heard that Jonathan and his men were ready for battle, they feared and trembled in their hearts, and they kindled fires in their tents. Fires in their tents, in their camps.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man. I'm going
bro,
everywhere.
Can you read a little
Oh,
bit?
man.
Can you read with a little bit more light, bro?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Verse 29. Howbeit, Jonathan and his company knew it not till the morning, for they saw the lights burning.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jonathan pursued after them, but overtook them not, for they were gone over the river Eleutherus. Wherefore, Jonathan returned to the Arabians.
Jonathan turned to the Arabians.
Turn to the Arabians.
Oh, snap.
Yo, play the song.
Oh,
Play the song.
man.
Verse. Wow.
You is smart. You is important.
Yo. Judgment is coming,
Oh,
19.
damn.
Oh, man. He played the help. 31 again.
Verse 31. Wherefore, Jonathan turned to the Arabians, who were called
Zabadeans.
and smote them and took their spoils.
Zabadeans are Nabateans. Zabadeans are Nabateans. Okay, Nabateans. Go ahead. These are the Arabs that intermingle with Esau. Nabateans. All right. Go ahead.
And removing thence, he came to Damascus, and so passed through all the country. Simon also went forth, and passed through the country unto Ascalon, and the holds there adjoining, from whence he turned aside to Joppa, and won it.
Because Ascalon is a coastal city, and Joppa is a seaport. Go ahead.
For he had heard that they would deliver the hold unto them that took Demetrius part. Wherefore he set a garrison there to keep it. After this came Jonathan home again, and calling to the elders of the people together, he consulted with them about building strongholds in Judea, and making the walls of Jerusalem higher, and raising a great mount between the tower and the city, for to separate it from the city, that so it might be alone, that men might neither sell nor buy in it. Upon this they came together to build up the city, for as much as part of the wall toward the brook of the east side was fallen down, and they repaired that which was called Kafenatha. Simon also set up Adida and Sephilah, and made it strong with gates and bars. Now Tryphon went
Oh,
about.
it looks like Adidas.
Adidas.
Ain't that Adidas? Adidas?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's Adidas. Simon also set up Adidas. Damn. Go ahead.
Simon also set up Adidas and Cephala, and made it strong with gates and bars. Now Tryphon went
This
up.
guy again. It comes Tryphon again. Go ahead.
Now Tryphon went about to get the kingdom of Asia, and to kill Antiochus the king, that he might set the crown upon his own head. Howbeit, he was afraid that Jonathan would not suffer him,
Not allow him to do it. Go ahead.
and that he would fight against him. Wherefore he sought a way how to take Jonathan, that he might kill him. So he removed and came to Bethsan.
So Bethsan goes back to that place. What's Bethsan? Bethsan is Scythia. Remember that place? It's Scythopolis. The northern kingdom resided. Go ahead.
Verse 41. Then Jonathan went out to meet him with 40,000 men chosen for the battle, and came to Bethsan.
Came to Bethsan. Came to Scythopolis. That's the land of the Scythians. Go ahead.
Now when Tryphon saw that Jonathan came with so great a force, he does not stretch his hand against him.
Right.
But
So remember, at this time, Jonathan was in league with the king at this time. He was in league with the king at this time, and Tryphon said, yo, man, I want to kill the king and take over. If I want to kill Antiochus. But Jonathan may not let me because they're cool. So I got to get Jonathan out the way. In order to kill the king Antiochus, I got to get Jonathan out the way. I got to kill him too. Go ahead.
But received him honorably, and commended him unto all his friends, and gave him gifts, and commanded his men of war to be as obedient unto him as to himself. Unto Jonathan also he said, Why hast thou put all this people to so great trouble, seeing that there is no war betwixt
Why
us?
you bring all these men here? Why you bring all these? Why you rolling so deep? What's the problem? You and I are good. Go ahead.
Therefore, send them now home again,
Let them go home. Go ahead.
That's a setup, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead.
and choose a few men to wait on thee, and come thou with me to Ptolemais, for I will give it thee, and the rest of the strongholds and forces, and all that have any charge. As for me, I will return and depart, for this is the cause of my coming.
Yeah, I came to offer you some land. Go ahead.
So Jonathan, believing him, did as he bade him,
Yep.
and sent away his hosts, who went into the land of Judea.
Go ahead.
And with himself he retained but 3,000 men.
He kept 3,000 men with him. He came with, how many men he came with? He came with 40,000, right?
Yes, sir.
So now he has 3,000 now. Go ahead.
And with himself he retained but 3,000 men, of whom he sent
So he
2,000.
sent away 37,000 men. Go ahead. And then what?
Of whom he sent 2,000 into Galilee.
So he had 3,000 men. Then he sent away 2,000, leaving him 1,000 left with him. Go ahead.
And 1,000 went with him. Now as soon as Jonathan entered into Ptolemais, they of Ptolemais shut the gates and took him, and all them that came with him they slew with the sword.
And killed his 1,000 men. Took Jonathan captive and killed his 1,000 men with him. Go ahead.
Then sent Tryphon and hosts of footmen and horsemen into Galilee and into the great plain to destroy all Jonathan's company.
Damn. Go ahead.
But when they knew that Jonathan and they that were with him were taken and slain, they encouraged one another and went close together, prepared to fight.
Go ahead.
They therefore that followed upon them, perceiving that they were ready to fight for their lives, turned back again. Whereupon they all came into the land of Judea peaceably, and there they bewailed Jonathan and them that were with him, and they were sore afraid. Wherefore all Israel made great lamentation.
Because Jonathan was taken captive. Go ahead.
Then all the heathen that were round about them sought to destroy them.
Damn, because Jonathan's gone. Go ahead.
For said they have no captain,
They have no leader.
nor any help them, nor any to help them. Now therefore let us make war upon them, and take away their memorial from among
And
men.
remove them from history. That's always been the heathen's agenda. When we had no leader and we're powerless in their eyes, to remove us from the memorial of men, erase our history of existence. That's the nation's MO all the time. So we're going to take a break on that. We'll be right back. It's 2:08, so we'll be back in a few. So stay tuned and call us once again. Call us at 702-6121. You can either call us or text us any questions or comments you may have regarding the class, all right? So with that, we'll be back.
So it is you must always have your mind thinking forwardly. That's why the scripture saying what's saying. Read it again, Captain.
Where there is no vision,
If you don't have the vision to think beyond where you are,
the people perish.
you will perish. You understand? So we must continue to move forward.
IUIC TV.
Sacrifice was given to the 12.
It's time for y'all to pull your head out your ass and wake up.
The scriptures say, where there is no vision, the people perish.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV.
History.
I'm going to show you and prove to you that the Israelites are black, were always black.
Dance no time, just move up your body. Don't get loose and groove on the body. Bruise, whine. Put on the armor, the procedure complete. Me not go back, nor retreat. All traitors, every Jezebel must get delete. Me no sleep on a demon, me keep a full clip. Conspire me downfall, cause them want to me slip. Stay close to the real ones, we seal off and legit. Cause I gotta use them to keep your soul from the pit. This a war life, I swear the damn thing.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
So it is have you must always have your mind thinking forwardly. That's why the scripture saying, read it again, Captain.
Where there is no vision,
If you don't have the vision to think beyond where you are,
the people perish.
you will perish. You understand? So we must continue to move forward.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
Yeah. DMR. Father, Most High Christ, bless. Thank the Lord for success. Covered in blood, ain't gotta wear a vest. Raised in the West, where every day is a test. Claim the wrong set, they leave your body a mess. Really though, I done made it from the bottom to the top. Praise the Lord, your boy never stopped. Doctrine get mop, boop bop, kicked around the place. Playing games and talking about some grace. I'ma bring it to your face, defend it, trying to cover another race. Best believe no Edomite is safe. When Christ hit this place, only coming for Cedar Jake. Other nations prepare to see your wake. Eternal life at stake. So I study, pray, apply. Killing my demons, call it homicide. I've been bona fide to prophesy. Call me certified, attacking evil against the sinner side. Look at how I ride. Watch how I roll with it. I be all in, but I never sold my soul in it. I'ma put my soul in it. From the cradle to the grave. Born again, returning as a babe. Living in this maze, my people, they full of rage. Living in the days like sentence, lock us in cage. Really though, found the Lord when situation was funky. Held my own ground in trials when time was funky. Glory to the Father, put real ones all around me. Threw me life jackets, helped me keep from drowning. Down on my luck, G.O.D., that's where I found him. Never hit the pen on, he did a bit in the county. Glory to the Lord, I escaped from all the madness. Cause Lord only knows how Lil J was a savage. Glory to the Lord, I escaped from all the madness. Cause Lord only knows how Little J was a savage. Thank you. Yeah. Let's go. DMR, Studio Tone, you a beast for this one. All praises to the King in heaven. 80 books, that's my lethal weapon. To the elders, get a deepest reference. Double honors, deeply respected. 12 tribes, we gon' keep it pressing. Gather the lost, stuck in deep depression. Living the curses, trying to reap the blessings. Set up shop, need your intersection. Bibles out, we teach you lessons. Load up and slide out to East Texas. Nacogdoches, yeah, they need the message. Laws of God, how we seek perfection. 1611, how we eat the questions. Decent in order, how we keep the preference. Tribe of Judah now forever reppin'. Heart of a lion, ain't no second guessing. Let off scripts like a Smith & Wesson. It's eyes up if you get the pressing. Get taken down if you get the flexing. Spiritual food, best believe it seconds. Soak up the word, hope you get the message. Spiritual food, best believe it seconds. Look, ain't no leaders like my leadership. Fresh off the boat out to heal the sick. Cross the globe, you don't catch the drift. Public M, no Professor Griff. And if you sin against the Father, you gon' catch the rip. Garments clean, we be extra dip. Disrespect and disallow, we make extra trip, extra whips. Extra scripts, y'all done struck a nerve. Now we gotta blast your ass with Bible praises to the King in heaven. To the elders, get a deepest reference. Double honors, deeply respected. All praises to the King in heaven. To the elders, get a deepest reference. Double honors, deeply respected. All praises to the King in heaven. To the elders, get a deepest reference. Double honor, deeply respected. All praises to the King in heaven. All praises to the King in heaven. Wow.
Man, I thank the Lord if you didn't know, he saved my life. Why going? I done made some mistakes, ain't nobody mine. And it pours when it rains, so it washed off the stains. They still look at me strange for the outcome. Yeah, how come? He chose me to walk up this mountain. And all of the blessings and mercies I've seen on this journey, I never forgot one. And all of a sudden, it is what it was. And I'm seeing the suffering, I'm saying to myself.
All right, we're back from the break. We're going to continue into 1 Maccabees 13. Thus, so far, we left off with Jonathan is taken captive by Tryphon and his men were killed, and the people are lamenting. And the nations are plotting against us because now we have no leader according to them. 1 Maccabees 13, verse 1.
Yes, sir. 1 Maccabees, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Matter of fact, go to Wikipedia again, Demetrius II. Nicator, I actually missed something. And go right there. And then go down to the rebellion of Theodotus. Yep, the rebellion of Theodotus. Read that. I'm going to stop that persisted.
Yes, sir. The rebellion of Theodotus. In order to secure his hold on power, Demetrius had eliminated officials associated with Alexander Belus. One of these officials, the General Theodotus.
The General Theodotus. We're going to find out who this is. General Theodotus was Alexander Belus's one of his officials. General Theodotus. Go ahead.
Fled into Arabia, where he secured the infant son of Alexander Belus and proclaimed him king as Antiochus VI Dionysius.
This is the king that made a treaty with Jonathan. Antiochus VI Dionysius. Go ahead.
Many of Demetrius' soldiers defected to Theodotus.
Right, because remember, he fired everybody. Go ahead.
Out of anger at his conduct or the cuts to their pay.
So he cut their pay because they weren't working. Go ahead.
Demetrius was defeated in battle and lost control of Apamea and Antioch to Theodotus. Numismatic evidence indicates that Apamea was lost in early 144 and Antioch in late 144 or early 143.
Come on.
Demetrius proved unable to retake the capital, instead establishing himself in Seleucia, Perea. Antiochus VI died in 142 or 141. But Theodotus made himself king as Tryphon. But the division of the kingdom between Demetrius and Seleucia and Theodotus and Antioch persisted. That's all you.
That's all. All right. So the young boy is Antiochus Dionysius. That's who that is. All right.
So you did kill Jonathan.
Huh? Oh, no. We're gonna read it. Where's Maccabees? Oh God, the clock is going to jump ahead. Hey, he killed him. Yeah, let's jump ahead.
See that?
Sorry, man.
See what it says in the page.
Hey, Deke.
I'm sorry, Dick. I'm
Jeez.
sorry. My bad, man.
Gosh, man. What you gonna say, Jazz?
No, I wanted to bring out going back to when was it Tryphon?
Yeah.
When he spake peaceable words to Jonathan, when he seen that Jonathan came with a greater host, he changed his words up, and made himself more peaceably to Jonathan. Can we get Psalm 55?
Yep.
Psalm 55:21. Because this is Esau's nature, man. So we always read Psalm 55:21 going into when Esau came over on this side of the world and conquered Gad.
Yo, click Theodotus too. Click that, by the way. Click that name. We'll get that in a minute. Find somewhere to click. We can click it.
That's why the scripture said, "Can a leopard change his spot?" Something
right. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 21.
Verse 20.
Yes, sir. Verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Right. So when Tryphon came to Jonathan, he changed his words up, made him smoother than butter. Because he seen that he had a greater host, so he changed it up on him. Go ahead.
But war was in his heart.
But war was still in his heart. As you see, he still He still took Jonathan captive.
Right.
Go ahead.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Right. So this is Esau's nature, man.
Yep.
This is their nature. When they come, they all about war from the beginning. And they never stop being about war. Even though they changed their words up, the war is still there.
Always about war. Always. That's their blessing. Live by the sword, die by the sword. So who is Theodotus? Who is he? Read this here.
Theodotus Tryphon.
Theodotus Tryphon. The what? The Magnificent. Go ahead.
Theodotus Tryphon, the Magnificent, was a Greek king of the Seleucid Empire, initially an official under King Alexander I Belus. he led a revolt against Alexander's successor, Demetrius II Nicator, in 144 BC. He rapidly gained control of most of Syria and the Levant. At first, he acted as regent and tutor for Alexander's infant son, Antiochus VI Dionysius. But after the death of his charge in 142 to 141 BC.
I saw one. So Theodotus is Tryphon. Okay? He's Tryphon. All right? So now, let's go back.
Yes, sir.
First Maccabees 13, verse 1.
First Maccabees, chapter 13 and verse 1. Now when Simon heard that Tryphon had gathered together a great host to invade the land of Judea and destroy it, and saw that the people were in great trembling and fear, he went up to Jerusalem and gathered the people together, and gave them exhortation, saying, Ye yourselves know what great things I and my brethren and my father's house have done for the laws and the sanctuary, the battles also and the troubles which we have seen, by reason whereof all my brethren are slain for Israel's sake, and I am left alone.
And notice that Jonathan at this point is captured by Tryphon. The Simon's already saying he's alone. You going? Because he knows. Go ahead.
Now therefore, be it far from me that I should spare mine own life in any time of trouble, for I am no better than my brethren.
I'm going to die. If I got to die for you, I'll do it. I'm no better than anybody else. Go ahead.
Doubtless, I will avenge my nation and the sanctuary and our wives and our children, for all the heathen are gathered to destroy us of very malice. Now, as soon as the people heard these words, their spirit revived, and they answered with a loud voice, saying, Thou shalt be our leader, instead of Judas and Jonathan thy brother. Fight thou our battles, and whatsoever thou commandest us, that will we do. So then he gathered together all the men of war, and made haste to finish the walls of Jerusalem, and he fortified it round about. Also he sent Jonathan, the son of Absalom, and with him a great power to Joppa, who casting out them that were therein, remained there in it. So Tryphon removed from Ptolemais with a great power to invade the land of Judea, and Jonathan was with him in war.
Jonathan was with him in captivity. He was captive. Go ahead. A hostage. Go ahead.
But Simon pitched his tents at Adida, over against the plain. Now when Tryphon knew that Simon was risen up instead of his brother Jonathan, and meant to join battle with him, he sent messengers unto him, saying, Whereas we have Jonathan thy brother in hold.
In ward. In hold. Captive. Go ahead.
It is for money that he is owing unto the king's treasure.
It's a lie. Go ahead.
Concerning the business that was committed unto him. Wherefore, now send in 100 talents of silver, and 2 of his sons for hostages, that when he is at liberty, he may not revolt from us, and we will let him go.
So send us 100 talents of silver and his sons, and we'll let him go. Go ahead.
Hereupon, Simon, albeit he perceived that they spake deceitfully unto him.
It's a lie. Go ahead.
Yet sent he the money and the children.
He sent the money and kids. Go ahead.
Lest peradventure he should procure to himself great hatred of the people, who might have said, Because I sent him not the money and the children, therefore is Jonathan dead.
If I did not do that, he's caught between a rock and a hard place. Basically what he's saying is, if I did not send the money and the children, they would say, because I did not send it, I got him killed. And if I do send it, they'll kill him anyway. So he said, the hell with it. Either way, I'm screwed. Go ahead.
What the hell is this?
That's why he said earlier, in the earlier verses, I myself am alone. Because he knew Jonathan was not going to make it out alive. He knew it. Go ahead.
Verse 19. So he sent them the children and 100 talents. Howbeit, Tryphon dissembled, neither would he let Jonathan go. And after this came Tryphon to invade the land and destroy it, going round about by the way that leadeth unto Adora. But Simon and his hosts marched against him in every place, wheresoever he went.
Wherever he went, Simon was right there to stop him. Go ahead.
Now they that were in the tower sent messengers unto Tryphon, to the end that he should hasten his coming unto them by the wilderness, and send them victuals.
Oh boy, go ahead.
Wherefore Tryphon made ready all his horsemen to come that night, but there fell a very great snow.
It was still winter. Go ahead.
By reason whereof he came not. So he departed, and came into the country of Gilead. And when he came near to Bascama, he slew Jonathan, who was buried there.
He killed Jonathan. Go ahead.
Afterward, Tryphon returned and went into his own land.
He killed Jonathan and kept his kids. Crazy. Go ahead.
Then sent Simon and took the bones of Jonathan his brother and buried them in Modin, the city of his fathers. And all Israel made great lamentation for him and bewailed him many days. Simon also built a monument upon the sepulchre of his fathers and his brethren and raised it aloft to the site with hewn stones behind and before. Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids.
He set up what?
7 pyramids.
7 pyramids. Why 7 pyramids? Because he had 5 sons and his father and mother. Matthias and his mom, his wife, Matthias and his wife and their sons, including his sepulchre for himself. Go ahead.
Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids, one against another, for his father and his mother and his 4 brethren.
Including himself. Go ahead.
And in these he made cunning devices,
Damn.
about the which he set great pillars, and upon the pillars he made all their armor for a perpetual memory, and by the armor ships carved, that they might be seen of all that sail on the sea. This is the sepulchre which he made at Modin, and it standeth yet unto this day.
Wow, go ahead.
Now Tryphon dealt deceitfully with the young king Antiochus, and slew him.
So Tryphon killed Antiochus Dionysius. Go ahead.
And he reigned in his stead, and crowned himself king of Asia, and brought a great calamity upon the land. Then Simon built up the strongholds in Judea, and fenced them about with high towers and great walls, and gates and bars, and laid up victuals therein. Moreover, Simon chose men, and sent to King Demetrius, to the end he should give the land in immunity. Because all that Tryphon did was to spoil.
Read verse 44 again.
Yes, sir. Moreover, Simon chose men and sent to King Demetrius to the end he should give the land immunity, because all that Tryphon did was to spoil.
All Tryphon did was to take and rob. Go ahead.
Unto whom King Demetrius answered and wrote after this manner: King Demetrius unto Simon the high priest, and friend of kings, as also unto the elders and nation of the Jews, sendeth greeting. The golden crown and the scarlet robe which he sent unto us we have received, and we are ready to make a steadfast peace with you, yea, and to write unto our officers to confirm the immunities which we have granted. And whatsoever covenants we have made with you shall stand, and the strongholds which ye have builded shall be your own. As for any oversight or fault committed unto this day, we forgive it, and the crown tax also, which ye owe us. And if there were any other tribute paid in Jerusalem, it shall no more be paid.
Tax exemption. Go ahead.
And look who are meet among you to be in our court. Let them be enrolled, and let there be peace betwixt us. Thus the yoke of the heathen was taken away from Israel in the 117th year, the 70th year. Then the people of Israel began to write in their instruments and contracts.
They began to write in their instruments and contracts. Because Israel, we put things in writing. We had instruments and contracts. We had paperwork. Israel, we had legal paperwork amongst us when we had our own rulers in our land. Go ahead.
Then the people of Israel began to write in their instruments and contracts in the first year of Simon the high priest, the governor and leader of the Jews.
Come on.
In those days, Simon camped against Gaza and besieged it round about. He made also an engine of war and set it by the city, and battered a certain tower and took it. And they that were in the engine leaped into the city, whereupon there was a great uproar in the city, insomuch as the people of the city rent their clothes and climbed upon the walls with their wives and children, and cried with a loud voice, beseeching Simon to grant them peace.
Leave us, please, have mercy, have mercy. Go ahead.
And they said, deal not with us according to our wickedness, but according to thy mercy. So Simon was appeased toward them, and fought no more against them, but put them out of the city, and cleansed the houses wherein the idols were, and so entered into it with songs and thanksgiving. Yea, he put all uncleanness out of it, and placed such men there as would keep the law, and made it stronger than it was before, and built therein a dwelling place for himself.
Lived inside himself. Go ahead.
They also of the tower in Jerusalem were kept so straight that they could neither come forth nor go into the country, nor buy, nor sell. Wherefore they were in great distress for want of victuals, and a great number of them perished through famine.
Right, so Simon starved them out of the tower. Remember, Jonathan was trying to get them out of the tower. They wouldn't get out. So Simon found a way to starve them out. Go ahead.
Then cried they to Simon, beseeching him to be at one with them, which thing he granted them. And when he had put them out from thence, he cleansed the tower from pollutions, and entered into it in the 23rd day of the 2nd month, in 170 in first year, with thanksgiving and branches of palm trees, and with harps, and with cymbals, and with viols, and hymns and songs, because there were destroyed a great enemy out of Israel. He ordained also that that day should be kept every year with gladness. Moreover, the hill of the temple that was by the tower he made stronger than it was, and there he dwelt himself with his company.
This right here is known as the Day of Simon. It's a feast day. Day of Simon. The Day of Simon. That's what we're reading about here. All right.
Verse 53. And when Simon saw that John, his son, was a valiant man, he made him captain of all the host.
So Simon saw that his son John was a valiant man. He made him a captain. His son John, he made John, his son, a captain. It's very important. John, go ahead.
And he dwelt in Gazara.
And John dwelt in Gazara. All right. You got something there? Or are you just going through things?
I posted up, afterwards.
Okay. Where we at?
Chapter 14.
Chapter 14. Are we really?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1924. Let's go.
First Maccabees, chapter 14 and verse 1. Now in the 112th year, King Demetrius gathered his forces together and went into Media to get him help to fight against Tryphon. But when Arsaces, the king of Persia and Media, heard that Demetrius was entered within his borders, he sent one of his princes to take him alive, who went and smote the host of Demetrius, and took him, and brought him to Arsaces, by whom he was put in war.
Prison.
As for the land of Judea, that was quiet all the day of Simon, for he sought the good of his nation in such wise, as that evermore his authority and honor pleased them well. And as he was honorable in all his acts, so in this, that he took Joppa for an haven, and made an entrance to the isles of the sea, and enlarged the bounds of his nations, and recovered the country, and gathered together a great number of captives, and had dominion in Gazara and Bathsura, and the tower, out of the which he took all uncleanness, neither was there any that resisted him. Then did they till their ground in peace, and the earth gave her increase, and the trees of the field their fruit. The ancient men sat all in the streets, communing together of good things, and the young men put on glorious and warlike apparel.
The good men and the young men put on glorious and warlike apparel, meaning he dressed very well. Glorious and warlike apparel. Go ahead.
Wait, so these wasn't no Negroes with pants below their butts?
Nah. Skinny jeans? Nah.
Skinny jeans.
That's right.
Well dressed and kept warlike.
Glorious and warlike apparel.
Right. Verse 10. He provided victuals for the city, and set in them all manner of munition, so that his honorable name was renowned unto the end of the world. He made peace in the land, and Israel rejoiced with great joy.
So when Simon was ruling, there was peace among us. We were happy. Go ahead.
For every man sat under his vine and his fig tree, and there was none to fray them.
You were living peacefully. Go ahead.
Neither was there any left in the land to fight against them. Yea, the kings themselves were overthrown in those days.
Any kings came against us got slain. Go ahead.
Moreover, he strengthened all those of his people that were brought low. The law he searched out, and every contemner of the law, and wicked person he took away.
Yeah, we killed him. Anyone that hated God's laws, he got put to death. Go ahead.
He beautified the sanctuary and multiplied the vessels of the temple. Now when it was heard at Rome and as far as Sparta.
As far as what?
As Sparta.
As far as Sparta. Go ahead.
That Jonathan was dead. They were very sore.
Because
sorry.
that was, why were they sorry? Because that was our people. Go ahead.
But as soon as they heard that his brother Simon was made high priest in his stead and ruled the country and the cities therein, they wrote unto him in tables of brass.
Damn.
To renew the friendship and league which they had made with Judas and Jonathan his brethren, which writings were read before the congregation at Jerusalem. And this is the copy of the letters that the Lacedaemonians sent.
The Spartans sent. Go ahead.
The rulers of the Lacedaemonians with the city unto Simon the high priest and the elders and priests and residue of the people of the Jews,
our brethren.
Send greeting.
Go ahead.
The ambassadors that were sent unto our people certified us of your glory and honor. Wherefore we were glad of their coming, and did register the things that they spake in the council of the people in this manner. Numenius, the son of Antiochus, and Antipater, the son of Jason, the Jews' ambassadors, came unto us to renew the friendship they had with us. And it pleased the people to entertain the men honorably, and to put the copy of their ambassage in public records.
In what?
In public records.
Public record. We had a hall of records.
That's today. That's called the
City Hall.
City Hall. Vital statistics.
That's what we had. We had City Hall.
Right.
Go ahead.
To the end, the people of the Lacedaemonians might have a memorial thereof.
Memorial of what? That we are family members. Go ahead.
Furthermore, we have written a copy thereof unto Simon the high priest.
And we made a copy for you. A copy for us, copy for you. Go ahead.
After this, Simon sent Numenius to Rome with a great shield of gold of 1,000 pound weight to confirm the league with them. Whereof, when the people heard, they said, what thanks shall we give to Simon and his sons? For he and his brethren and the house of his fathers have established Israel and chased away in fight their enemies from them and confirmed their liberty. So then they wrote it in tables of brass, which they set upon pillars in Mount Zion. And this is the copy of the writing. The 18th day of the month Elul, in the 163 year, being the 3rd year of Simon the high priest, at Ceramel, in the great congregation of the priests and people and rulers of the nation and elders of the country, were these things notified unto us. For as much as oftentimes there have been wars in the country, wherein for the maintenance of their sanctuary and the law, Simon the son of Mattathias, of the posterity of Jerub, together with his brethren, put themselves in jeopardy.
Jeopardize their lives for the people. Go ahead.
And resisting the enemies of their nation, did their nation great honor. For after that Jonathan, having gathered his nation together and been their high priest, was added to his people, their enemies purposed to invade their country, that they might destroy it and lay hands on the sanctuary. At which time Simon rose up and fought for his nation, and spent much of his own substance, and armed the valiant men of his nation, and gave them wages, and fortified the cities of Judea, together with Bethsura, that lieth upon the borders of Judea, where the armor of the enemies had been before. But he set a garrison of Jews there. Moreover, he fortified Joppa, which lieth upon the sea, and Gazara, that bordereth upon Azotus, where the enemies had dwelt before. But he placed Jews there, and furnished them with all things convenient for the reparation thereof. And the people thereof, therefore, seeing the acts of Simon, and unto what glory he thought to bring his nation, he made him their governor and chief priest, because he had done all these things, and for the justice and faith which he kept to his nation, and for that he sought by all means to exalt his people. For in his time things prospered in his hands.
Simon ruled, things prospered. He was like the King Solomon and David of his time. Go ahead.
So that the heathen were taken out of their country, and they also that were in the city of David in Jerusalem, who made themselves a tower, out of which they issued and polluted all about the sanctuary, and did much hurt in the holy place. But he placed Jews therein, and fortified it for the safety of the country and the city, and raised up the walls of Jerusalem. King Demetrius also confirmed him in the high priesthood according to those things, and made him one of his friends, and honored him with great honor. For he had heard say that the Romans had called the Jews their friends and confederates and brethren, and that they had entertained the ambassadors of Simon honorably. Also that the Jews and priests were well pleased that Simon should be their governor and high priest forever, until there should arise a faithful prophet. Moreover, that he should be their captain and should take charge of the sanctuary, to set them over their works, and over the country, and over the armor, and over the fortresses, that I say he should take charge of the sanctuary. Beside this, that he should be obeyed of every man.
So here's the order regarding he should be their captain, he's their high priest and their captain. Read verse 43 again.
Beside this, that he should be obeyed of every man.
The leader, he should be obeyed of every man. Go ahead.
And that all the writings in the country should be made in his name, and that he should be clothed in purple and wear gold.
Wow. Well, some nice colors there. He should be clothed in purple and wear gold. Clothed in purple and wear gold. Some special colors right there. Go ahead.
Also that it should be lawful for none of the people or priests to break any of these things, or to gainsay his words,
or to speak against his instructions and orders. Go ahead.
Or to gather an assembly in the country without him, or to be clothed in purple, or wear a buckle of gold. And whosoever should do otherwise, or break any of these things, he should be punished. Thus it liked all the people to deal with Simon, and to do as have been said.
They had no problem with that. The people at this time had no problem having a leader over them. They weren't individuals. They said, listen, this guy's a leader over us. We're good. Whatever you guys say, we're going to do.
He had full control.
Full control
authority.
Without question.
Wearing purple and gold.
Wearing purple and gold.
So he wasn't a faggot.
He was not gay. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't gay. Okay.
Fearless warriors,
Right.
high priest of the Most High God, whom the whole world honored, were purple and gold. But
Yep.
he wasn't a faggot.
Right. Yep.
Wow.
Wasn't homosexual, right. Where we at?
Verse 47.
Yeah.
Then Simon accepted hereof, and was well pleased to be high priest, and captain, and governor of the Jews, and priests, and to defend them all. So they commanded that this writing should be put in tables of brass, and that they should be set up within the compass of the sanctuary in a conspicuous place.
Conspicuous place.
Also that the copies thereof should be laid up in the treasury, to the end that Simon and his sons might have them.
Have them for record. You know what?
1 Maccabees, chapter 15, and verse 1. Moreover, Antiochus, son of Demetrius, the king sent letters from the isles of the sea unto Simon the priest, and prince of the Jews, and to all the people. The contents whereof were these: King Antiochus, to Simon the high priest, and prince of his nation, and to the people of the Jews, greeting. For as much as certain pestilent men have usurped the kingdom of our fathers, and my purpose is to challenge it again, that I may restore it to the old estate, and to that end have gathered a multitude of foreign soldiers together, and prepared ships of war. My meaning also being to go through the country, that I may be avenged of them that have destroyed it, and made many cities in the kingdoms desolate. Now therefore I confirm unto thee all the oblations which the kings before me granted thee, and whatsoever gifts besides they granted. I give thee leave also to coin money.
To do what?
To coin money.
Go ahead.
For thy country with thine own stamp.
We had our own currency. Israel had their own currency. Okay? And I'm pretty sure most likely it was Simon's face.
Right.
More than likely it was Simon and his brother's faces on them coins.
Just like with Hannibal.
It's like with Hannibal.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
exact thing.
And you see, Dick, in the last chapter, when he gave them reparation. To get reparation, you have to be in power.
Yep.
You can't be in slavery and asking your master for reparation.
Right.
So when he took it over and he set everything in order, then he give him reparation.
Right, reparations required, right, exactly. Required power to have that. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And as concerning Jerusalem and the sanctuary, let them be free, and all the armor that thou hast made, and fortresses that thou hast built, and keepest in thy hands, let them remain unto thee. And if anything be, or shall be, owing to the king, let it be forgiven thee from this time forth forevermore. Furthermore, when we have obtained our kingdom, we will honor thee, and thy nation, and thy temple, with great honor, so that our honor shall be known throughout the world. In the 114th year went Antiochus into the land of his fathers, at which time all the forces came together with him, so that few were left with Tryphon. Wherefore, being pursued by King Antiochus, he fled unto Dora, which lieth by the seaside, for he saw that troubles came upon him all at once, and that his forces had forsaken him. Then camped Antiochus against Dora, having with him 120,000 men of war, and 8,000 horsemen. And when he had compassed the city round about, and joined ships close to the town of the seaside, he vexed the city by land and by sea, neither suffered he any to go out or in. In the mean season came Numenius and his company from Rome, having letters to the kings and countries, wherein were written these things. Lucius, council of the Romans, unto King Ptolemy, greeting. The Jews' ambassadors, our friends and confederates, came unto us to renew the old friendship and league, being sent from Simon the high priest, and from the people of the Jews. And they brought a shield of gold of 1,000 pounds. We thought it good, therefore, to write unto the kings and countries, that they should do them no harm, nor fight against them, their cities or countries, nor yet aid their enemies against them. It seemed also good to us to receive the shield of them. If therefore there be any pestilent fellows that have fled from their country unto you, deliver them unto Simon the high priest, that he may punish them according to their own law.
Wow. So anyone do some evil and run to Rome, we should send them right back to Simon so they can get punished and killed. That was under our laws. Go ahead.
The same things wrote he likewise unto Demetrius the king, and Attalus.
This chapter right here is going backwards. We read earlier that he was killed. Demetrius was killed. Antiochus was killed by Tryphon. So this is going backwards regarding letters that are written to Simon when he was ruling, and the alliances that he made while these guys were alive. Go ahead.
So, Dick, Simon was a part of the EU or NATO?
No, he wasn't part of the EU. But he did have sovereignty. He had sovereignty, yes.
So you touch him, you touch us.
Right, pretty much. Go ahead.
The same things wrote he likewise unto Demetrius the king, and Attalus, to Ariarathes and Araces, and to all the countries, and Samthames, and to Lacedaemonians, and to Deles, and Midas, and Sicyon, and Syria, and Samos, and Pamphylia, and Lycia, and Hilarcinus.
It's okay.
And Rhodus.
May the Lord have mercy on you.
Halicarnassus, Rhodus, Festellus, Cos, Side, Sade, Aridus, Goratina, Chittus, Chitus, Cyprus, and Cyrene.
Verse 24.
Verse 24. And the copy hereof they wrote to Simon the high priest. So Antiochus the king camped against Dora the second day, assaulting it continually, and making engines, by which the means he shut up Tryphon, that he could neither go out nor in.
They trapped Tryphon. Go ahead.
At that time, Simon sent him 2,000 chosen men to aid him, silver also and gold, and much armor. Nevertheless, he would not receive them, but break all the covenants which he had made with him before, and became strange unto him. Furthermore, he sent unto him Athamobius, one of his friends, to commune with him, and say, Ye withhold Joppa and Gazara with the tower that is in Jerusalem.
So no, I'm bugging. This Antiochus here is not the Antiochus Alexander Bayless. This is not Alexander Bayless' son. This is Demetrius' son, Antiochus. So he named his son Antiochus too. This is Antiochus, the son of Demetrius II. All right, so real quick, give me Demetrius again. Give me just a second, real quick. Go up.
So, Dick, is that the same Tryphon that the Persian?
It's the same Tryphon that killed Alexander, I believe. But yeah, go to his son. We see his issue. Yeah, click.
So is that the same
go
one
down,
that
go down,
the
go
Persian
down.
means?
Yeah, there you go. Go up. Antiochus, what it say? 7th. Click that. That's him here. Antiochus the 8th. Grippus, whatever. Grippus. Antiochus. Go down. We see who he went against. Go down. Nickname Grippus.
He had a couple names.
Epiphanes Calicanus Philometer. Damn. Nickname Grippus.
Hook nose.
Damn, hook nose. Wow.
The hell is this?
Okay, let's see who's the son of Demetrius II and Cleopatra. Thea. Yep. They have go down. Let's see who he fought against. Go down. Go to Rise of Power. Let's see. As I mentioned, going out the Tryphon. I'm trying to see.
Nah, not in here.
Go down.
Go down.
Let me see something. Say something, Judge.
Yes. Hey, well, while Deacon getting that, go back to the pyramids.
Yes, sir.
First Maccabees 13, verse 28.
Yes, sir. First Maccabees, chapter 13 and verse 28. Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids.
Right, so Simon set up 7 pyramids. Go ahead.
One against another.
Mm-hmm.
For his father and his mother and his 4 brethren.
Right, read verse 29.
And in these he made cunning devices, about the which he set great pillars. And upon the pillars he made all their armor for a perpetual memory.
Right. Go ahead.
And by the armor ships carved, that they might be seen of all that sail on the sea.
Right. So he made pyramids, and they say he put in cunning devices inside those pyramids. So pull that up real quick, because we did the same thing. Northern Kingdom did the same thing on this side of the world. Where they had pyramids, and they put cunning devices and all types of treasures and all that inside the pyramids also. Bring that up. So those cunning devices, like different compartments, you see them in some of the movies, how they be putting
treasures.
Yeah, treasures and stuff inside. Traps, different traps and things like that. So that's what he had inside of these pyramids. Okay.
Yeah, also to back you up, I was watching an episode of what's that thing, Ancient Alien.
Right. Okay.
Where they show you they found mercury in some of these temples, and that was about to reflect some type of light, electricity inside the temple.
Dang. Okay. I remember you brought out about Northern Kingdom how they had something with the water around the temple.
Oh, right. So they have like small lakes. They have small lakes because the pyramids down here and also on the western side of the world, they got the same measurements. They also align with the constellations as well.
Right.
So they always used to have like these lakes, which they didn't really have to look upwards to actually look at the stars. They would look down.
Okay.
So they would see all the constellations in the water.
Dang.
So they had specific places that it would show like it would be more clear, and they wouldn't be breaking their necks. So all they had to do was just look down.
Look down.
And just read everything.
Damn, you think we ain't had that knowledge? You think we ain't had that knowledge amongst each other?
Damn.
That's like
Northern and Southern Kingdom.
A magnifying glass.
Right. Yeah. It was like a magnifying glass. Correct.
The reflection comes on it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So like everything, all the pyramids, like I said, they got the same measurements, the same ones as on the other side of the world.
Right.
Same constellations, all that. So you can't really go against this truth. It shows you that we were the same people.
Right.
We just brought that knowledge over this side of the world, Hey,
and
we're
now
the
you
same
see that
people.
Simon did the same thing on the other side. Read that. Blow it up. So this is a pyramid from Northern Kingdom right here, with cunning devices. It might be cut off a little bit. So it says plate 1. It says the pyramid and the treasure. All right, clockwise it says a flagstone from the floor of the temple concealed a secret stairway. All right, so that go back into the cunning devices. Stairway leading to tomb. A jade mosaic mask covered the dead man's face. All right, he wore a jade necklace, 4 rings on each hand, and carried 3 jade beads, 1 in each palm, and 1 in the mouth. Yeah. A 5-ton carved lid made of limestone covered the sarcophagus. So that's like I think that's like the coffin, right? The tomb. A jade figurine of a white man with a beard. Oh no! Oh God! accompanied the man in the tomb. 2 stone heads, one with a low hairstyle, and one with a high.
I think it meant say a man with a white beard.
Yeah, that's what they meant.
I got something to say about that. I got something to say about that because remember, when it comes to these tombs, the one thing that they don't speak of is that they always have images, and all them images is men, and you will never find a white man on these images. Even if you look it up right now on images from the ancient pyramids, the Aztec pyramids, Mayan pyramids, Yucatan, whatever, you will find images where they are dark-skinned people. There's no light-skinned, light-skinned people in there.
This is Esau putting this up here.
Not light-skinned, not white. They're dark,
They're
real
black.
dark. So you can't really go against that, bro.
Right. So what we showing? Go back up to the actual pyramid. So what we showing you? Read that again, verse 28 and 29.
Yes, sir. First Maccabees chapter 13, verse 28. Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids, one against another, for his father and his mother and his 4 brethren. And in these he made cunning devices.
So that's what we're showing you right now. That in these pyramids on that side of the world and on this side of the world, we put cunning devices in there, different secret compartments, secret stairways, all of that in these temples, in these tombs, in these pyramids. Go ahead.
About the which he set up great pillars, and upon the pillars he made all their armor for a perpetual memory, and by the armor ships carved, that they might be seen of all that sail on the sea.
Right, so even on the sea, if you sailing by, you could see, he made it where you can actually see the pyramids.
It was like very high.
Yeah, very high.
Like on top of
you can see it on the sea.
Those jade, those are jewelries. So that's why when Esau came in, just destroy those tombs, just to take those jades and gold.
Right, take all that gold, everything out of those, because that's the stuff. Imagine the armor that he's putting in there, they made of what? Gold, brass, whatever. Okay, so we had value in those pyramids.
That's why I put those cunning devices.
So,
traps.
Right, so traps. So you couldn't.
That's
really,
how movie they be showing you with what's his thief name?
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, right. Every time they go in those pyramids, there's a lot. See, they're studying this thing. That's how they know. He's able to know how many steps to take before they shoot some type of darts or arrows and that kind of stuff.
Oh, God.
Still talking about the darts.
He had to throw that in there, right?
Oh, Levi! Oh, man. Damn. But that's what it be. Never mind.
Where does it say that he killed Tryphon killed Demetrius?
Gave his head.
Trying to figure out which came out to come back to this next week to find out who this is. First Maccabees 14 stole me off a little bit.
11 and verse 17.
11, 17. I have to come back to next week to explain it. Might be a flashback. Alexander of Arabia fled into Arabia. That's Alexander Balis. All right. And he had his son, Alexander Balis, his son named Antiochus. And you had King Demetrius onto his father Lasthenes. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to this next week regarding these guys. I don't write these kings' names down. That I didn't do. I got Antiochus the 6th Dionysus, who was the son of Demetrius II. Go back to Demetrius again. Let me see his issue. Go up. Let me see his Demetrius.
It says Seleucus the Sixth Epiphanes.
No. Go up. You see what it says? Go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. No, go to Demetrius II. Nicator. Let me see his issue. Go over. Blow it up. Issue Antiochus. The seventh Grippus. Yeah, I got to write the names down. That's what happens when I write names down. These guys' names are all the same. It's annoying.
Right.
So
8th, 9th, 10th.
I got him. It says Demetrius II Nicator. He flips on him. 1141. Let me go back. That Jonathan saves his behind. You have young Antiochus Let's see, what's that? Verse 57. At the time, young Antiochus wrote unto Jonathan, so it says after his return, Tryphon, young child Antiochus. Going back to verse 39. Go to Alexander Bayless. Go to Alexander Bayless real quick. I'm trying to put it together while I'm here. While I got time. Yeah, go down to his issue. Load up. Issue. Okay. Antiochus. Click that. Dionysus. Bring it down. Let me see how old he was. He reigned in what?
149.
7 to 9 years old.
Yeah, from 140 BC to 142.
Let me see, who was his successor? Theodosis Tryphon. That was his co-regent. Because he was too little. So, young Antiochus is crowned, and there gathered him all the men of war. Demetrius II had fled. Demetrius fled. Purple, Jonathan. Did Demetrius die? No, right? Tryphon, Demetrius was killed when he fled. When Tryphon took over, remember Tryphon took over and got Antiochus and got, what's his name? Alexander Bayless' son. He got Alexander Bayless' son from Arabia and raised him up to be king because Demetrius fired all his soldiers and cut their pay. And then Tryphon pretty much went and got Bayless' son, Antiochus, right here, and Dionysus, and took over.
In 14, Demetrius was taken into ward by the Persian king.
Okay, Demetrius II, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, the second Nicator. He fled. I don't think he ever died. Who went and smote the host of Demetrius and took him and blah.
He never said he died.
Nope. Make sure. 14. Go to Demetrius second. So Demetrius' son. Go back to Demetrius again a second. Sorry about that, y'all. Go up to his issue. All right. Okay, I got it now. So this Antiochus right here, the 8th Grippus, wrote to Simon. This guy, he wrote to Simon in 15. The son of Demetrius, right, because he was taken captive by the Persian. Mm-hmm. So his son, Grippus here, wrote in his stead to Simon. regarding their relationship.
Yeah, that's chapter 15.
Yes.
This one.
Yeah, I had to regroup because I'm getting lost. I'm freaking eyes are hurting, and I'm getting lost in my thoughts. So yes, so Demetrius is to get me up to speed. You had Alexander Balis and Demetrius the first going back and forth. Alexander Balis was successful. He defeated Demetrius the first. He killed him, and then Demetrius' son, Demetrius II Nicator, rose up, killed Alexander. Then Demetrius II got ahead of himself, got some peace, fired his military, fired most of them, established a relationship with Jonathan, and he basically cut his soldiers' wages in half. His official, Tryphon or Theodotis, didn't like that, so he went and got Alexander Balis' son, Antiochus VI Dionysius, okay, and raised him up and made him king and crowned him, and then chased Demetrius away. Demetrius II Nicator flees and gets taken captive by the Persian king Artaxerxes, and then his son Antiochus the VIII Grippus is talking to Simon now. Chapter 15. Oh, all right. So I had to re-up, man, because I was like, okay, how is he still alive? I'm confused, but he didn't die, he just fled.
So that's just the moral of why we see you hate the Greek captivity, D.
I despise it. I despise it. Yeah, I despise it. Where we at?
We at verse 28. First.
And 15?
Yes, sir. 15 and 28.
Let me see. I want to read more of this. Yeah, you might as well finish it up. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. First Maccabees, chapter 15, verse 28.
16's the part. 16's the part we want to get to. 16's the part that we want to finish up. Go ahead.
Furthermore, he sent unto him Athenobius, one of his friends, to commune with him, and say, Ye withhold Joppa and Gazara, with the towers that is in Jerusalem, which are cities of my realm. The borders thereof ye have wasted, and done great hurt in the land, and got the dominion of many places within my kingdom. Now therefore deliver the cities which ye have taken, and the tributes of the places whereof ye have gotten dominion without the borders of Judea. Or else give me for them 500 talents of silver, and for the harm that ye have done, and the tributees of the cities. Tributes of the cities. Other 500 talents.
Damn.
If not, we will come and fight against you.
So this guy, Demetrius' son, Antiochus Grippus, wasn't as kind as Demetrius, his father, was. He was basically starting to mess with Simon. Go ahead.
So Athenobius, the king's friend, came to Jerusalem, and when he saw the glory of Simon, and the cupboard of gold and silver plate, and his great attendance, he was astonished.
Damn.
And told him to the king's message.
So he saw how gloriously, how bad Simon looked, and how he sipped from golden cups and plates, and went back and told the king how gloriously. He was amazed, like, wow. Go ahead.
Verse 33. Then answered Simon, and said unto him, We have neither taken other men's lands, nor holden that which appertaineth to others, but the inheritance of our fathers, which our enemies had wrongfully in possession a certain time.
Damn. He said, listen, first of all, this is not your land. This is my land. I ain't take nothing. This land is always our land. What you talking about?
Right.
He sounds like Geronimo.
That's right.
He sounds like, what's the name? Handsome Lake. That's what he sounds like. White man saying, you have my land, that belongs to me. The Americans is like, no, it's not. It's our land.
Right.
Did you buy it? What's that clip? When he goes, did you buy it? What's it, Hell on Wheels? Get that scene, please. I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you this exact statement in a scene. Hell on Wheels, where the white man saying our land, and the Americans sitting there like, what? This is a heavy thing right here. Heavy. Then answered Simon, said unto him, We have neither taken other men's land, nor holden that which appertained to others, but the inheritance of our fathers, which our enemies had wrongfully in possession a certain time. including him. He's talking to him.
Just like Amalek today, have our land in possession for a certain time period.
He's going to sit there and tell us that it's in his realm and he'll fight us for our own land. You can't make this up, man. This guy's a devil the Bible speaks of. You got it? Put the disclaimer on, please, and play that scene. That scene is bad.
I think that one right there. I think.
It's the top. It's that one, yeah. It's that one right there.
Blow it up. Y'all got the disclaimer?
Same enemy doing the exact same thing to the exact same people in a different place.
You understand?
I speak your language.
Good. Well, Senator Crane has come here to offer your people a better way of life.
Better than what?
Better than what you have.
I'm confused.
I like what I have.
I understand that. But your people live in the Stone Age.
Wow.
We live at the beginning of a great industrial revolution.
He doesn't understand why.
Chief, the United States government is offering you a piece of land of your own.
Pause. What? The United States government is offering you a piece of land of your own. In your land. This is the same thing as the Greeks said to Simon. This is the exact same people saying the exact same thing. You cannot make this up.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Boy, ain't no way.
Go ahead, play it.
We have our own land.
No, it's not yours.
Pause. Whoa. We have our own land. No, it's not yours. That's the exact same thing that Antiochus Grippus said to Simon the Hasmonean. Same exact thing. It's the exact same thing. Verbatim.
You see his face, Diggy? Like, whoa.
Yo, rewind this some. He's like,
what? Wait a minute.
Is this
y'all joking, right?
Jeopardy? Is this Wheel of Fortune? I'm confused here. Best play?
Is offering you a piece of land of your own.
We have our own land.
No, it's not yours. It's the U.S. government's.
Did they buy it?
No.
Did they trade for it?
No, it's not like that.
Then how can they own it? He has a point.
They stole it.
He has a point.
If you accept our offer, you won't have to hunt buffalo anymore or roam the prairie. You can depend on your country to take care of you.
Pause. Wow. You can rely upon Deuteronomy 28:48, Lamentations 5:1. We're gonna take care of you. We're gonna take care of you with your resources. You can't. That's all I want, man. I don't want no more. You can't make this up. Read 33 again, please.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
First Maccabees, chapter 15 and verse 33.
Nothing new under the sun.
Then answered Simon and said unto him.
No. Matter of fact, jump up. Read verse 29.
Verse 29. The borders thereof ye have wasted, and done hurt in the land, and got the dominion of many places within my kingdom.
Within my kingdom. Now jump into verse 33.
Verse 33. Then answered Simon and said unto him, We have neither taken other man's land, nor holden that which appertaineth to others, but the inheritance of our fathers, which our enemies have wrongfully in possession a certain time.
Yeah, like in this time. Because this show is based upon actual historical times, where the white man was taking our land from us and offering us our land. Go ahead.
Wherefore, we, having opportunity, hold the inheritance of our fathers.
We got the opportunity to take our land back, and we took it back. Go ahead.
And whereas thou demanded Joppa and Gazara, albeit they did great harm unto the people in our country, yet we will give 100 talents for them. Hereunto, Athenobius answered him not a word.
What can he say? Remember we saw it in the video clip. What can you say to that? What can be your response to that? The land don't belong to you. Go ahead.
But returned in a rage to the king.
But he was quiet, but he went back to the king mad. Go ahead.
And made report unto him of these speeches, and of the glory of Simon, and of all that he had
You
seen.
see that? So he's focused on how Simon's looking. Simon, he took out the gold cups and he eating up the gold plates.
Decked out.
He got purple on and gold.
Jealousy.
Everybody looking all good over there.
Envy. Yeah, the
Eating good, living good, peaceful. Go ahead.
Whereupon the king was exceeding wroth. In the meantime fled Tryphon by ship unto Theodosis. Then the king made Maccabees captain of the sea coast, and gave him a host of footmen and horsemen, and commanded him to remove his host toward Judea.
To the war against us.
Also, he commanded him to build up Cedron, and to fortify the gates, and to war against the people. But as for the king himself, he pursued Tryphon.
Damn.
So Sendebeus came to Jamnia, and began to provoke the people, and to invade Judea, and to take the people prisoners, and slay them.
Yeah.
And when he had built up Cedron, he set horsemen there, and a host of footmen, to the end that issuing out they might make outroads upon the ways of Judea, as the king has commanded him.
Yeah.
1 Maccabees chapter 16 and verse 1. Then came up John from Gazara, and told Simon his father what Sendebeus had done.
John, Simon's son. Go ahead.
Wherefore Simon called his two eldest sons, Judas and John, and said unto them, I and my brethren and my father's house have ever from our youth unto this day fought against the enemies of Israel. And things have purposed so well in our hands. Prospered so well in our hands, that we have delivered Israel oftentimes. But now I am old.
Simon said, now I'm old. Go ahead.
And ye, by God's mercy, are of a sufficient age.
You guys are young. You guys live to a sufficient age. Go ahead.
Be ye instead of me and my brother, and go and fight for our nation.
God, sons, it's your turn to fight. Go ahead.
And a help from heaven be with you.
Go ahead.
So he chose out of the country 20,000 men of war with horsemen, who went out against Sendebeus, and rested that night at Modin. And when as they rose in the morning and went into the plain, behold, a mighty great host, both of footmen and horsemen, came against them. Howbeit, there was a water brook betwixt them. So he and his people pitched over against them. And when he saw that the people were afraid to go over the water brook, he went first over himself. And then the men seeing him pass through after him. That done, he divided his men and set the horsemen in the midst of the footmen, for the enemy's horsemen were very many. Then sounded they with the holy trumpets, whereupon Sendebeus and his hosts were put to flight, so that many of them were slain, and the remnant got them to the stronghold. At that time was Judas, John's brother, wounded, but John still followed after them, until he came to Cedron, which Sendebeus had built. So they fled even into the towers in the fields of Azotus, wherefore he burned it with fire, so that there were slain of them about 2,000 men. Afterward he returned into the land of Judea in peace. Moreover, in the plain of Jericho was Ptolemaeus, the son of Abibus, made captain, and he had abundance of silver and gold, for he was the high priest's son-in-law.
So Abibus was the high priest Simon's son-in-law, meaning Simon had a daughter, and this guy married son-in-law, right?
Yep.
This guy married Simon's daughter. Okay, go ahead.
Wherefore his heart being lifted up, he thought to get the country to himself.
His dude Simon, unfortunately, his son-in-law was a Negro. Go ahead.
And thereupon consulted deceitfully against Simon and his sons to destroy them.
Wow. Go ahead.
Now Simon
Black people.
Negro Chronicles again.
Yep. Go ahead.
Now Simon was visiting the cities that were in the country, and taking care for the good ordering of them.
Taking care for the good of ordering them. Maintaining order. That's what Simon was doing. Go ahead. Over the cities he was over. Go ahead.
At which time he came down himself to Jericho with his sons, Mattathias and Judas.
So he had Mattathias, Judas, and John, and his daughter. Go ahead.
And 117th year, in the 11th month, called Sabbath, where the son of Abibus, receiving them deceitfully into the little hold, called Docus, which he had built,
So this guy's name is Ptolemaeus. I'm sorry. His father's name was Abibus, but Ptolemaeus was his son-in-law. That's his name. Go ahead.
Where the son of Abibus, receiving them deceitfully into a little hold, called Docus, which he had built, made them a great banquet.
Made them a dinner. Go ahead.
Howbeit, he had hid men there.
It's like the Red Wedding almost. These guys are worse. Go ahead.
So when Simon and his sons had drunk largely, Ptolemy and his men
Ptolemaeus and his men rose up
and took their weapons and came upon Simon into the banqueting place and slew him and his 2 sons.
So Simon got killed.
The hell is this?
Matthias was killed. And Judas was killed. Go ahead.
And certain of his servants, in which doing he committed a great treachery.
It was for no reason. Go ahead.
And recompensed evil for good. Then Ptolemy wrote these things and sent to the king that he should send him in a host to aid him.
Wow. So he was sent by the king. Go ahead.
And he would deliver him the country and cities.
Wow. So this guy was working under the king, under Antiochus Agrippus. Go ahead.
He sent others also to Gaza to kill John.
So he sent men to go and kill John, the other son that's still alive. Go ahead.
And unto the tribunes he sent letters to come unto him, that he might give them silver and gold and rewards.
These guys are worse. Another Simon. Go ahead.
And others he sent to take Jerusalem and the mountain of the temple. Now one had ran forward to Gaza and told John that his father and brethren were slain. And
quoth he,
Ptolemy, have sent to slay thee also.
So someone got to John before that and said, yo, man, they killed your brother, they killed your brothers, and your father. You gotta get out of here. Go ahead.
Hereof, when he heard, he was sore astonished. So he laid hands on them that were come to destroy him.
When the guys came to kill him, he killed them first. Go ahead.
And slew them, for he knew that they sought to make him away.
To kill him. Go ahead.
As concerning the rest of the acts of John.
John, go ahead.
And his wars, and worthy deeds which he did, and the building of the walls which he made, and his doings, behold, these are written in the chronicles of his priesthood, from the time he was made high priest after his father.
And this John you read about here is John Hyrcanus. John Hyrcanus. So we're going to get into him, Lord's Law, next week. All right? So this is where the Maccabees ends. We finally managed to finish Maccabees. We got through both Maccabees, first and second. All praise to the Lord. I was damn near half asleep, man. This thing is long as hell, man, but I made it through. All praise to the Lord.
Good history, though. Good history.
All praise to the Lord. So, all praise to the Lord. We made it through. We got to John Hyrcanus. John Hyrcanus is a very, very important historical figure, but I have to deal with him historically, because after this, his acts are written in history books, so I got to deal with the books regarding him, all right? So, Lord's Law, I'll touch on him a little bit in leading to Rome, all right? Because his history, him and his descendants lead up to Rome and the high priests and Pharisees and so forth. So Herod, all of that comes into play. The Antipater comes into play. All that comes into play. Lord's will. So we're gonna go over the Greek captivity pamphlet. We'll go over that in detail next week. All right. So hope you all enjoyed the class. Shalom. Announcements. Oh, shout out to the IT team and shout out to the breakfast team. All praise to the Lord. Excellent job, brother. Excellent job. Abaddon?
Yes, sir. Hey, Israel, let's give Deacon a hand for that class once again. All praise the Most High. The deacons blessed the class yesterday, and now he's back again with another. All praise the Most High. Hey, Israel, if you like what you see, you can always donate to Our Hidden History Radio on PayPal to iuic.philadelphia@israelunite.org. In the comment, put OHH. Once again, that's iuic.philadelphia@israelunite.org. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to Our Hidden History Radio. You can do so by going to our YouTube channel, Our Hidden History Radio, and hit the notifications button so you know when we go live. Every single class Deacon has done from last year up until now, they're all on the channel. All right? Don't forget to follow our other channels, IUIC Philadelphia and IUIC Philadelphia in the Classroom, to get all the camp videos from the deacon, captains, and officers of IUIC Philly. Let's not neglect the Booster Club as well. You can donate to the Booster Club on iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. Once again, that's iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org through PayPal, all right? Lastly, let's not neglect IUIC TV. You can subscribe to IUIC TV to get exclusive content from all IUIC leadership, all right? That's it, Deacon.
All right, so hope you guys enjoyed this long class. Louisville will get a bit more information, more historical content next week regarding John Hyrcanus, because John Hyrcanus plays a very, very pivotal role, and his descendants play a very, very important role leading up to the history that leads into the enemies of Christ, which of our people, the Pharisees and them, the Assyrians, the allotment of land that was given to the Hasmoneans. I read earlier the 3 governments that plays a role tying back to the New Testament. Okay, so we're going to touch on the Greek captivity pamphlet, and we're going to touch on, once again, the intertestamental period, all right, which bridges the gap between the old and new. Got to go on that again first and foremost, all right? So stay tuned next week for that. With that, we say shalom. Most High in Christ bless. Hope you enjoyed the lesson.
Shalom. Most High.
Shalom. Most High in Christ bless.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Enemies are teaching you the wrong way.